Good morning, everyone. So, welcome to another session of Python programming language. Myself, Dr. R. Sudhir Babu, Associate Professor, the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Polaroid Engineering College, Autonomous, Kurnool. So, last class, so we were discussing about the building blocks of Python programming language. So, these are basically required to design the basic programs, basically the programs in a Python programming language. So we have discussed about the identifiers, the variables, constants, and keywords. So let us continue with the next concept, which is the data types. So generally, we'll be writing programs in order to process the data. So we write the programs to process user data. So user data can be of numbers or alphabets, etc. And the numbers can be whole numbers or can be real numbers. Right. So in order to represent all these data types in a programming language, so the Python supports the three main data types like integer, float, and string. And of course, there is another data type called Boolean. And we have the some more data types that we'll discuss so when I come to the point. So which are basically the advanced concepts of Python programming. So at this instant, the fundamental data types which are supported by the Python programming language are the integer, float, string, and Boolean. So integer data type actually supports the whole numbers, the float data type supports the real numbers, and the string data types supports all alphabets and all the characters, and the Boolean data type actually supports the two data, that is true and false. Okay, let us begin with the integer data type. Yeah, the keyword used for representing integer data type is int, right? And the keyword for float is float, and the keyword for string is str, and for a Boolean it is a Boolean, right? So as I mentioned, see, generally the data will be stored in the variables, and we do not explicitly specify the data type of the variables. So the variable will become of a specific data type whenever a value is stored in the variable. Example, so count is equal to 1. Count is a variable name, valid variable name. So I have stored a value 1000 in a count. So since 1000 is a integer, the data type of count will become integer automatically. So the Python will automatically convert the data type of the variable count as integer. And one more, circumference. So it's a valid variable name, 126.482. So now the value here, the value is, or the data is a real or float data or floating point data. So whenever this value is stored in the variable circumference, then the data type of circumference will automatically becomes float. And similarly, if you store a string, the string is a sequence of alphabets like department, then the data type of the name will become string. Okay, right. So these are the fundamental data types which are supported in Python programming language. So they are int, float, string, and boolean. So the boolean data types, we have the two. This is true and false. Okay. So next we'll discuss about operators. So we know the standard operators like plus, minus, into, and divide. So all these operators are basically used to perform some arithmetic operations, and of course we have operators which can perform logical operations. So Python programming language supports the different types of operators like arithmetic operators, second one assignment operators, third one comparison operators, logical operators, and fifth one is bitwise operators. Yeah, so these are the some of the categories of operators which are supported in the Python programming language. We'll begin with the arithmetic operators. So the arithmetic operators are basically used to perform some arithmetic operations on the data, and the data on which these operators will operate is called operands. Operands is nothing but data on which operators are executed. Yeah. The standard arithmetic operators available with the Python programming language are, so this is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and we have modulo division, and we have floor division, and we have the exponential operator. Yeah, so these are the standard arithmetic operators available with the Python programming language. So the using these operators is very, very simple. Example, let a is equal to b plus c. So here, so we have three variables. One variable is a, one variable is b, one variable is c, and the operator that is used is plus. So plus represents addition operation. So between two operators b and c, the addition will be carried out by the operator plus, and the b and c are basically called as operands. So if I have stored a value, 10 in b and so 20 in c, so if you execute this instruction a is equal to b plus c, the value of a will be 30. So this is how simple arithmetic operation will be carried out in Python programming language. Similarly, the minus sign represents a subtraction operation, the subtraction between two operands. X is equal to z minus 3. So the 3 is subtracted from the value of z, and the result is stored in the variable x. And similarly, we have the multiplication operation. So by some p is equal to 3 into b. 3 into b. The value of b is multiplied by 3 and the result is stored in p. And similarly, we have a division operation. Now we need to be careful with the division operation. Yeah. Yeah. So this division, this is a division operator. So the syntax of using this is sum x is equal to a by b. So result of this, the result that is stored in x is basically a quotient after division. Quotient after division will be stored in x. So example, let a is equal to 20, b is equal to 5. So if I execute x is equal to a by b, this is 20 divided by 5. 5 fours 20. So remainder is 0. So this is quotient and this is remainder. The quotient value will be stored in x. So after execution of this instruction, x will be 4. So the division operator gives you the quotient as a result, and we have modulo division. Now if you take the same example, so x is equal to a percent b with the same values, a is equal to 20, b is equal to 5. So the modular division actually stores or returns the result as remainder. So remainder after division will be stored in x. So in this case, so a percent b, x is equal to a percent b with a is equal to 20, b is equal to 5. The value of x will be 0. The remainder will be 0. So this is the difference between this backslash, this is a division operation, and the percent sign, which is a modular division. And along with that, we have a floor division. So floor division is a bit interesting. Let so x is equal to a double slash b. So a is equal to 22 and b is equal to 5. So if x is equal to a by b, that is 22 by b is 5. So 5 fours 20, 2.0, 5 fours 20. So if you do the regular division a by b, x would be 4.4. Okay, but if I use a double slash b, the value of x is equal to only 4. So this is what is called floor division. In the case of floor division, so you'll be getting only the integer part of the result or integer part of the quotient. The actual quotient value is 4.4. So a double slash b returns only the integer part. It returns the integer part of the quotient. So this floor division has a lot of applications, and so we'll discuss about so where we'll be using floor division when we come to the corresponding context, right? And the final arithmetic operator is a exponential operator. So example, some c is equal to x double x y. The meaning of this instruction is c is equal to x power y. So if you want to calculate the power values, we'll be using this exponential operator. So let if if x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, so c is equal to x power x double star y is will calculate the value 2 power 3, so is equal to 8. So after executing this instruction, the value stored in c will be 8. So this is the exponential operator in order to calculate the power of some value. Okay, so these are the arithmetic operators used in Python programming language. So we'll continue the remaining operators in the next section. Thank you.